It's a beautiful day here in London today. Oh, by the way, welcome to East London Waterworks Part 1. I'm here now, still standing on the East London Waterworks Aqueduct. Now if we walk here down a little bit further, just before I get to the East London Waterworks Aqueduct, we can see evidence of the original sluices and the original bridges. There was another bridge here, a wooden bridge crossing this at one point. You can only see the remains now. A rising incline this side and a rising incline that side. It doesn't happen naturally. These are the last remaining evidence of the bridges that used to cross here. There used to be bridges, wooden bridges used to cross here. This is one of the biggest superstructures from the Victorians. It's the East London Waterworks Aqueduct. The interesting thing is that the moor ditch and the sewers and the short sewer also run along there. And if you look closely, it actually runs underneath this fresh water in here. Now don't forget, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have diesel. They didn't have petrol. They didn't have the combustion engines. They didn't have lights. Right, these boys would have been going up here at night by boat and candlelight to service all the original superstructures in London that would latterly supply all the water. And they must have known the proudness that they put into this work. They must have known that they were doing something important, because all this stuff about all the bricks and the quality of the construction, the strength, the fact that it's still used today, although not this, but most of it, they must have known at the time. They must have known at the time they were doing something vitally important. They just had a clue. These guys are really proud, and let's not forget, I'll reiterate this again, it was either done under horsepower, i.e. horses and carts, or it was done under paddle power by people pedalling boats right up this channel here now, right up to Chingford and beyond, to supply London with its fresh water, which is still in use today. Over here to the right we have the East London Waterworks Company, what remains. Now I absolutely laugh at this. This is where your local authorities need to get up to speed. Yeah, they're calling it here, wait till I've just seen. They're calling it here Middlesex filter beds, right? For nature, sport and discovery. Here you've got Middlesex filter beds, nature reserve. Here you've got Middlesex filter beds. All about nature, isn't it? Isn't it amazing with all these like classic Victorian walls with all this here? And these classic gates. Isn't that amazing, that? Nature reserve there. Nature reserve. Now guess what I've just seen? Oh, we've got a water leak. I wonder where the water leak is coming from. It couldn't be coming from a wellhead, could it? Well, let's put it this way. It's not coming from the River Lee, is it? Because the River Lee is like 12 feet below. That's a wellhead. Can you see that? The water there is going down to the left, right? And there is a wellhead, right? You can see it. Can you see that? I don't know if you can with the quality of this camera. You're actually going downhill now. Here you're about 24 foot above the River Lee. There's a wellhead there that cannot be stopped. The Victorians put this in. It cannot be stopped. Cover it as you will, build on it as you will. It cannot be stopped. It's going down to the aquifer. This one, it's not 454 foot. 451 foot as high as the one up in Chingford is, but these are at least 140 to 150 foot, maybe even I don't know this one individually. There's 13 here. I'll have to look it up, but some of these go down as far as 180 to 220 foot, and they are unstoppable. That water there coming out of there, if anyone was to get a water sample today and sample that, it's the purest water you can get in the UK. Right, so I promised myself I would get into one of these wellheads, and I have done. It's still open. It's probably been open for about 20 years. And you can see the valves in there. The light is on. They probably put these in the 60s or even 50s. I'm running out of battery power now. This will be definitely the last shot. They've got a valve head on there to try and cap it off. And yet, right here, you've got water seeping up. You can see that that's the fresh water there coming right up there. And that will continue because these are all aquifer bores, right?